What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. The media, like I've always said, the media is not in the business of delivering the news or giving the news to you. If need be, and more often, this is what they do today, they will create news. Okay? They will create the news for you. And usually, the news that they create will be for their own benefit in many ways. What do I mean by that? Well, today's media market is not about journalism or delivering the truth or, uh, you know, telling you what's really going on out there, talking about the important issues of the day. It's about ratings. That's all it's about now. It's about ratings. And it's about winning your time slot, doing whatever it takes to win. So therefore, since their motivation is not to deliver the truth, but to deliver what they think you want to hear, that's why you have so many people out here today that really don't even care if you're lying to them, as long as you tell them what they want to hear. Am I lying? They don't want the truth. They want you to tell them what they want to hear, right? So, look, I think it's obvious to all of us that for the most part, the mainstream media wants to break up this tandem. Okay, um, why? Well, partially because they don't like one of them. Okay, well, who is Kyrie Irving? Okay, um, they don't particularly like him. He has insulted them, and I think part of it is when I say a little bit, it's just a little bit of this self-serving. You're noticing a push for Kyrie to go to LA, which is gathering strength and momentum. And then there's some talk of him going to New York. Either way, Kyrie's going to be criticized in one way or another, because if he gets traded to the Lakers and it doesn't work out, well, we know how that works. A particular player that's already there is not going to get any of the blame. AD by default gets protection. He's not going to get any blame. They might blame Darvin Ham more, but they don't really sell and move units. They don't sell views. Talk about the coach, Kyrie Irving. If that doesn't work, will be getting the lion's share of the blame. So therefore, they can talk about LeBron and shit on Kyrie constantly if that were to happen. He goes to the Knicks. Hey, you got a star. He can put up 25 points a game. Kyrie, as we know, is not a leader. He's a hell of a basketball player, but he's not that guy. He's just not that dude. He's never proven to be that guy. So he's going to be criticized for failing in New York. And what's interesting is that the media is trying to create this wedge between Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, the same way they did and tried their best, and in many ways they succeeded in creating a wedge between Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. Okay? Because as we know, the system hates to see black unity in a lot of ways. I don't want to go down that path, but they're trying to make it seem like this past season was entirely Kyrie Irving's fault. Now look, I even said it in my earlier video today, even though I completely support Kyrie Irving's choice, and still do, it did have a detrimental effect on the team, okay? But what happened in the playoffs was not Kyrie Irving's fault. A little bit. It was. He didn't play up to par. But KD's supposed to be leading his team, right? And KD, for the most part, played like absolute doo doo. Okay, the guy averaged, at one point during the series, he was averaging 7 turnovers a game. And he's not a guy that handles the ball like that. He played atrociously on both ends of the floor. Okay, Kyrie Irving was as bad as LeBron was in the finals in 2011 and then some. So it's Kyrie Irving's fault. It was Kevin Durant's fault more so than anybody else in that court while they got swept by the Boston Celtics, a team that the Warriors made easy work of, and a team that Giannis, with his second best player out there, still was able to take 7 games. So let's not blame Kyrie Irving for everything, but that's what they're trying to do, and with some of them, and they just want to break this team up. Now I'm not a Brooklyn Nets fan. I'm not a Kyrie Irving fan. I'm not a Kevin Durant fan per se. But it's quite obvious what they're doing. A lot of these guys do have a personal vendetta against Kyrie Irving. I just saw Kendrick Perkins saying that Kyrie Irving is holding back Kevin Durant. He's holding him back. Well, what was holding him back? Well, look, at the end of the day, uh, if Kyrie Irving is holding back Kevin Durant, right? Then why are they pushing for Kyrie to go to LA? I mean, isn't he going to hold LeBron James back? Or are you guys doing any and everything possible? Some of you in the mainstream media, are you doing everything possible to try to help your king in any way, shape, or form to try to help him to win a championship? Because you can't accept in your minds and in your hearts that his era is past. Look, it's funny. When the Lakers won a championship back in 2020, it was a summer long celebration by his fans, and the mainstream media going all the way into the next season and asking, hey, can the Lakers repeat? Can they do it again? It was a whole off season, even though the off season wasn't very long. It was only October until December, but still, it was a 2 month nonstop uh, party and then nonstop talking about the Lakers repeating. When the Bucks won a championship the very next season, the Bucks got maybe 1 or 2 days of press, and then it went right back to, "Hey, can the Lakers get it together? Can the Lakers do this?" The Warriors win a championship. They get a week. They get about a week of a celebration, and now we're all the way back to, can somebody come rescue the Lakers? Can they're trying to force a Russell Westbrook trade because they know, they're trying to do something. They're trying to create shit. In my opinion, they're trying to do something because they know that, look, Russell Westbrook, it's not going to work. All right, they want the Lakers to be relevant. They want to talk about the Lakers. These dudes, a lot of these guys are Laker fans. A lot of these guys are the sycophants. A lot of these guys are Clutch Sports clients, Clutch Sports plants, and they want to push for LeBron James and the Lakers. So let's see. Let's see what happens, man. Tell me what you guys think.